Hello, princesses, and welcome back to Not Fit for Print Beauty with me, Rebecca. Do you hear the sleigh bells jingling? Well, it might be September, but it's the holidays already, as we are starting to see a lot of the holiday 2020 makeup and beauty releases coming at us. And we are leading the way today with Charlotte Tilbury's new 12 pan called Bejewelled Eyes to Hypnotize. Yes, every season Charlotte releases a 12 pan for us, and this is the brand new installment in all its silvery, diamondy goodness. Let's let that focus in and come back out of the darkness. We are going to do some comparisons, some swatches. We're going to do a demo of this eye look. I wonder if you can guess which one it is. And we're going to talk about it and compare. So first of all, a word about swatches. When these new palettes come out, boy, we could swatch all day long, and I am very happy to do so, but it can drag things down. So, a word of a reminder here, I will do the relevant and pertinent and obvious swatches. However, I know so many of you are trying to decide what to purchase and where to save your money as these holiday releases come out. So please, if there is a particular swatch that you would like to see, let me know in the comments below. I will throw it onto my Instagram account very quickly and efficiently for you. I am very good about that because I do know this is important to you princesses. So if there's a swatch that you need that I didn't cover, please do not hesitate to give me a holler and I'll get it up there for you. Okay, so let's get into this, shall we? Okay, so we have something a little different this time. First of all, before we get into the swatches, let's just look at the palette. We have the mirror, of course, and this ridiculously plastic sheet of paper that says prime, enhance, and smoke over each. I really think it's just something that saves the mirror from getting filthy. Other than that, it serves no purpose but to be slippery and invisible when it falls on the floor, right? Okay, so let's take a look at the shades. First of all, we have Happy Glow, we have Love Glow, we have Dream Glow, and we have Seduce Glow. So we're going to look at those in the palette first of all. And then as I let my camera readjust, we're going to talk about some of the shades here have a slightly different formula. They are all really creamy and lovely, and some of them go on with a really wet look to them even when they're not applied that way. They kind of have a nice glisten, shine, and sheen. It's a little bit different than Charlotte's previous palettes. But let's waste no more time and first get into the swatches. So let's take a look here, and you'll see in the swatches I have here, going from left to right, we will start with Happy Glow, Love Glow, Dream Glow, and Seduce Glow. So that is the palette in swatches. Take a look at it there. Okay, let's also look at this new palette compared to some of the most recent other 12 pans, including the last, which was in this beautiful blue. This was last season's, and this one is the Starry Eyes to Hypnotize palette. Let me hold them up next to each other for you so that you could take a look. The interesting thing about these two, though they are not that similar, they're really not that similar, but the interesting thing about them is what she has done is she has gone with those same names. She has gone with the Happy Glow, Love Glow, Dream Glow, Seduce Glow, but they're not very similar. What I have done here just for comparison purposes, the Happy Glow in both and the Love Glow in both were somewhat similar, so I went ahead and swatched that for you. And if you'll notice in my swatch, the new palette, the Bejewelled Eyes to Hypnotize, is on the top with the Starry Eyes to Hypnotize swatch on the bottom. So that is the first two, Happy Glow and Love Glow, with the new palette on the top and the other on the bottom. these starry eyes to hypnotize on the bottom. And now let's take a look also at Stars in Your Eyes palette. That was this brown one right here, if you guys remember that 12 pan. And we'll compare that to our new Bejewelled Eyes to Hypnotize. And what I have done with that one is taken the Confident Eyes, which is slightly purple, and compared it to the Dream in the new palette, because the Dream set in the new palette is also purpley. They're not really the same purples, but I just kind of wanted you to see the new palette being on the left and the Confident Eyes in the Stars in Your Eyes palette is on the right. They are both purpley, but they're not all that similar. And then just for a kick in the pants, let's look at the Pillow Talk palette, 12 pan palette, compared to our new palette. They are not at all similar. Pillow Talk, new palette, not really similar, but I did think I would just let you take a look. I didn't bother to drag out the older palette from that. The formulas just feel so different. I just didn't bother, but just let me know if you need to see it, of course. We could also endlessly go into the maroon, the mesmerizing maroon. We could go into Walk of No Shame. There's a lot we could do. And again, just throw me your requests, because I really want to dive into our new Bejewelled Eyes to Hypnotize palette. By the way, could she make these names even longer? I feel like they're laughing over at Charlotte Tilbury's corporate office, watching some of us here on YouTube trying to get these names right. Oh, Bejewelled Eyes to Hit. Whew, it's a mouthful, let me tell you. But I do want to get into it here. And I want to talk about whether or not it's the same. To a collector like me, i.e. a hoarder like me, I find it different enough, and I think that formula and the kind of wet look you can get is different enough, but I'll be interested to see after you guys watch this video if you agree or disagree. So I am going to come back with nothing on my eyes, and we're going to do a look and talk a little bit more about it, so hang tight for just a moment. Okay, let's see what we got here. I haven't planned anything. I think I'm actually going to stick with one of Charlotte's pre-planned looks, and I'm actually thinking about this Dream Glow because just when I was swatching it, it's just kind of pretty, and I really want to get one of these wet look shimmers, you know? So let me get my mirror turned around here, and let's just follow with her Dream Glow, which is the third over here in the palette. And I'm just kind of doing a very quick look. You know me, guys. And I just kind of like this one. I think it's just unique enough. I am actually seeing a lot of uniqueness in this palette, actually. Maybe I'm just making the best of things, because same brush going into the second shade, or what we would call, of course, the enhanced shade in Dream Glow. Maybe I'm just kind of making the best of this, you guys, because I do see a little bit of similarities, but to be honest, I mean, I don't know. I kind of finding it a little bit different. As I said, Charlotte does pretty. These are so far very, very creamy, very nice. So before this, I have only swatched them. I don't know. I'm not finding it so much sameness. Okay, so let's take a look here first right now. We have a lot of sparkle, and I'm going to touch it up, don't worry. We have a lot of sparkle, but it's really kind of smooth, and I'm finding it kind of fun and different and interesting. Let's get a little bit of that fella under the eyes. That is the second shade, or the enhanced shade, all the way under. And I kind of am enjoying that little bit of shimmer under the eye. It's not, there's no fallout or anything like that. And it's really kind of pretty. I kind of like that. And now we're going to go in with that last shade, which is definitely I'm going to get my Sonia G Sky Brush here. Definitely kind of a purpley shade. I have always said famously that I don't enjoy purples, but actually that's a lie. I really don't like dark, kind of obvious purples, but a plummy purple or a maroony purple, which I would kind of count this as, kind of a little bit of violet in it. I got nothing against that. And supposedly for my green eyes, that is ideal, right? So let's see what we got here, and we'll run a little bit, same brush, just underneath. Let me add some liner, and let's come back with some, we'll get some of the new Pillow Talk Push Up Mascara on, and let's come back and let's talk about this a little bit here. I'm enjoying this palette. Be back in a sec. Okay, I've added on some Pillow Talk eyeliner, which was an odd choice, I agree, for this kind of a purpley look, but I already had this Swatch of No Shame Collagen Lip Bath on, and I thought, oh, it's needs some balance. So I kind of tried to balance it out that way. It's an odd choice, but I think it might have worked, princesses. I don't know, you tell me. And of course I added in the Push Up Pillow Talk Mascara, which is holding up okay. I am not having smudging issues with it, but I will admit it's starting to get clumpy as it aerates, and not necessarily in a positive way. I kind of have to pull off some clumps once they dry, so jury is still out on the Pillow Talk Push Up Mascara, but I'd love to know what you're thinking, especially those of you who got the Pillow Talk Mascara early and it's been sitting around, you know, having used it a little bit for a few weeks now. I would love to know what you think as well. Also, of course, I would love to know what you think about this new palette. If you purchased it, it's still available today, and yesterday it was available. And if not, it's coming back. Are you planning to purchase it? Please remember, any old swatches that you want, hit me up and I'll get them up for you quickly. Let me know in comments below what you think. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. If you have not already subscribed, I would be very flattered if you would. And I will see all of you in the next video. Bye-bye.